Welcome to aminacademy.com. In astronomy, let us discuss about interaction between rings and moons. Much of our fascination with planetary rings is a result of their intricate structure, most of which owe their existence out to the gravitational effect of moons, without which the rings would be flat and featureless. Indeed, Indeed, it is becoming clear that without moons there would be probably be no rings at all because left to themselves, thin disk of small particles gradually spread and dissipate. Most of the gifts in Saturn rings and also the location of the outer edge of the A rings result from gravitational resonance with small inner moons. The resonance takes place with two objects have orbital periods that are exact ratios of each other. The Cassini mission revealed a great deal of fine structure of Saturn rings, unlike the earlier Voyager flybys. Cassini was able to observe the rings for more than a decade, revealing that remarkable rings of changes on time scales from the few minutes to several years. Many of the features newly seen in Cassini data indicated that the presence of condensation or small moons only a few tens of meters across embedded in the rings. One of the most interesting rings of Saturn is the narrow F rings, which contains several apparent ringlets within its 90 kilometers width. In places, F rings breaks up into two or three parallel strands that sometimes show bends or neckins. Most of the rings of Uranus and Neptune are also narrow ribbons like F ring of Saturn. Now we'll discuss further about the interaction between rings and moons. Most moons exert gravitational influence on planetary rings, affecting their structure and stability. This interaction results in features like gaps in rings and also influence the dynamics of the moons themselves. Gravitational effect of moons on rings. Gaps and edges. Moons can create gaps in rings by perturbing the orbits of rings particle at specific location, like other outer edge of Saturn's A ring or within gaps like the Cassini division. Orbital perturbations. Moons orbiting within one or near rings can cause changes in the orbital paths of rings particles, potentially leading to particles being ejected or colliding. Shepherd moons. What are they? Some small moons like Pandora and Prometheus near certain F rings act as a Shepherd moons by influencing the shape and structure of the rings. Shepherd moons are small natural satellites that influence the structure of planetary rings by carving gaps or maintaining narrow ringlets. They act as shepherds, guiding the rings particles and shaping the rings through their gravitational pull. That means the shepherd rings act as shepherds to maintain the rings particles and gravitational due to gravitational pull its covers. Fine structure. Embedded moon can also create fine details and patterns with rings as seen in Saturn's F ring, which is bounded by the orbits of Pandora and Prometheus. Prometheus. Resonance. Moons can interact with rings particles through the orbital resonance, which their orbital periods have simple ratios, creating gaps or influencing the distribution of ring material. What is the effect of moons? Orbital dynamics. Interaction with the rings can affect the orbital dynamics of moons, potentially leading to changes in their orbital paths or angular momentum. Evolution of rings. Moons can contribute to the several evolution of rings both by influencing their spread and by potentially leading to their eventual dispersal. Some examples: Saturn's ring. Saturn's rings have numerous features, including the Cassini division and the F rings that are largely shaped by the gravitational influence nearby moons. Neptune rings. Neptune rings also show the influence of moon, with some moons within the rings system contributing to their structure and stability. Uranus rings. Uranus rings are also influenced by moons, although they are generally fainter and less structural than Saturn's. So far, we discussed about the interaction between moons and rings. We have done. Please subscribe our YouTube channel.